Hello everyone, my name is Whit Hornsberger, and I'm honored to have this opportunity, this time and space, in collaboration with Manduka and the Vincent van Gogh Museum of Amsterdam to help bring attention and awareness to mental health. Today I'd like to speak about something that Vincent himself experienced, and for that matter, all human beings experience, and that is doubt. In my line of work, I've worked with professional athletes and doctors and everyone in between. And we can take solace in the fact that we are not alone in our experience of doubt and self-doubt, that this is a shared characteristic that all human minds have experienced and will continue to experience. It's important to understand, with regard to doubt, that it is an intrinsic aspect of the survival mechanism that we have inherited from our ancient animal ancestors. In fact, doubt played a crucial role both in the survival and in turn the evolution of our species. But for the most part today, this is an antiquated attribute that only impedes our progress, our spiritual evolution, and afflicts our emotional well-being. In contemporary society and for the contemporary human mind, doubt is often arising in relation to impatience. Impatience for a desired result or outcome. But as we all know, anything that we wish to accomplish is built upon a systematic process. The repetition of intention and action that over time, when combined with patient endurance, gives rise to the intended effect or result. In fact, the essence of our human lives is the coming together of successive moments of experience. Our lives themselves are a process, a journey, or a vinyasa, if you will. Even the destination that we are intending or manifesting moving towards itself is a momentary experience that then becomes part of the process itself. And as Vincent wisely said to his brother Theo at one point, the great does not happen through impulse alone, but is the succession of little things that are brought together. However, when the desired results of the conditioned mind do not arise in the way in which the mind would prefer them to arise, or when they arise, this gives rise to impatience and doubt. And then these mental phenomena are compounded by what's referred to as the negativity bias of the human brain. It intensifies these feelings of impatience and doubt. The negativity bias also highlights past mistakes, failures, and losses. It also exaggerates future obstacles. The result is that simple doubt can easily transform and morph into crippling self-doubt, feelings of unworthiness, fear, and a mistrust of life. And yet paradoxically, the attempt to get rid of fear or get away from fear only empowers it, for after all, what we resist persists. So our practice and our journey through life, the process of life, is about moving towards doubt and befriending doubt, holding space for it. And as we do so, as we open to the experience of doubt, we begin to see doubt for what it really is, a temporary phenomena, a temporary visitor of the human mind. Just as the Buddha experienced on the night of his awakening, doubt came to visit the Buddha as well, but he recognized that this was just a temporary visitor and not a defining characteristic of who he was or of the human mind itself, but an object of consciousness. So in our practice today, I would like to share with you a Buddhist practice referred to as metta or loving kindness that will allow the mind and the heart gradually over time, with patient endurance, to begin to hold space for doubt. Once again, the more that the mind tries to push away, which is an understandable reaction, the more that doubt is empowered to afflict and influence the mind. So as radical and counterintuitive as it is to the animal brain that we have inherited, our practice is, through loving kindness, to befriend this doubt. In the practice of metta, we work by reciting silently the phrases of metta within the mind. And so today we're going to work with 4 phrases. The first is, may I be filled with loving kindness, or may I be filled with metta. And metta is the ability, the innate ability of the mind that we're reawakening to befriend unpleasant experience. So the first phrase, may I be filled with loving kindness. The second phrase, may I meet this moment with acceptance. The third phrase, may I befriend doubt, fear, and unworthiness. And the fourth, may I be filled with trust and patient endurance. So, for this meditation, once we come into relative stillness and invite the windows of the eyes to close, I will guide you into this practice, and I will say the phrases out loud, leaving space after each one for you to recite them and repeat them silently within the mind. So let's take a moment to settle in to relative stillness in a comfortable seated position if we're not quite there. Inviting the windows of the eyes to gently close, let's take a moment to intentionally arrive with a couple conscious cycles of breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Softening through the belly, relaxing through the muscles of the face. One more time if you'd like, in through the nose and out through the mouth. And then from there, allowing the breath to normalize, let's just take a moment to check in with the physical body, how it is in this moment, as best we can without trying to change or fix things. Maybe even posing this question in the form of a thought. How is it now? Not perhaps how would the mind prefer the body to feel now, but really meeting this moment exactly as it is. And then taking a moment to look at the mind as best we can without trying to change or manipulate anything, without having to finish the storyline of each thought and emotion. Just noticing what's here. Maybe doubt is arising, maybe fear, maybe the mind is calm or planning. Beginning to rest in the seat of witness consciousness and mindful, impartial awareness. And then beginning to draw our attention to the heart center. Beginning to hold space for ourselves, including all the thoughts and emotions, the sensations that we experience within this human embodiment. And beginning our practice of metta. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I meet this moment with acceptance. May I befriend doubt, fear, and unworthiness. May I be filled with trust and patient endurance. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I meet this moment with acceptance. May I befriend doubt, fear, and unworthiness. May I be filled with trust and patient endurance. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I meet this moment with acceptance. May I befriend doubt, fear, and unworthiness. May I be filled with trust and patient endurance. Continuing now on your own, and wherever the mind wanders away from the phrases, we come back and begin anew with the first one. And finding one final round of these 4 metta phrases, please. Taking our time upon completing that 4th and final phrase, soft inhale through the nose, soft exhale out the mouth, releasing the metta practice for the time being, and just pausing for a moment to notice the effects of the practice, whatever that may be. And then if it feels comfortable for you in closing your practice, we'll bring the hands to prayer at the heart center, allowing the chin to tuck and the head to kindly bow. And may all beings everywhere be filled with loving kindness. May all beings everywhere meet each moment with acceptance. May all beings befriend doubt, fear, and unworthiness. And may all beings be filled with trust and patient endurance. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Well done, well done, well done. Mindfully attending to the hands as they lower, and then to the eyelids as they open. Okay, thank you everyone for your time and your practice, your presence. As the Buddha taught in the first ever sermon he gave to his monastic following, he said, patient endurance is the supreme practice for freeing the heart from suffering. And we can look at that as patient endurance is the supreme practice for all of life itself. As Mother Teresa once said, we can't all do great things, but we can all do small things with great love. And combined with patient endurance, if we continue to attend to each moment, each small act and intention with great love, over time those will add up to become the great of which Vincent was speaking about. So once again, thank you everyone for your time. Please always recognizing that doubt is part of this embodiment. We're not here to try to get rid of it. The more we do try to push away from it or run away from it, the more we empower it. So as radically counterintuitive as it may feel at first, Our practice is to befriend these unpleasant mind states such as doubt, fear, unworthiness, even anger. And in so doing, as the mind opens into all-encompassing and all-embracing awareness, and we hold space for doubt and fear, uncertainty, we begin to see them dissolve. We see their true nature, that they are just temporary phenomena, temporary visitors that come and go, arise and dissolve. So once again, thank you. I wish each and every one of you all the best on your path and your journey.